Hey, what's good, 10K gang? Now, today's video, I just want to do a rookie comparison on Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma. Now, I know a lot of talk around the league, and around social media, people have been comparing Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma just because they both were rookies. And we all know this draft, Lonzo Ball had the most hype because right when he got drafted by the Lakers, everybody was focused on Lonzo Ball. Everybody thought Lonzo Ball was going to become, rookie of the year because he had all the hype. Then during the summer league, Kyle Kuzma came out of nowhere and just started hooping. He just started balling out on everybody. So then everybody was like, whoa, who is this guy Kyle Kuzma that came from Utah? He is nice. This guy is nice. Right when the season started, then Kyle Kuzma started to do his thing. Lonzo Ball, he wasn't really playing how he was supposed to play during the beginning of the season, and everybody started to focus on Kyle Kuzma during the beginning of the season. So this video, I just want to do a comparison on Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma because still to this day, people are comparing them to see who has a bigger advantage of, winning Rookie of the Year just because they both play on the same team. They both are rookies. First, let's talk about Lonzo Ball. Now, we all know Lonzo Ball have high potential. He has very high potential. He's currently the youngest to have a triple-double. He already passed LeBron, And a lot of talk around social media lately, people have been bashing Lonzo Ball just because, his shot has not been falling like that. Well, during December, during this month, his shot has been falling. He's been shooting a good percentage. But before December, the beginning of his career, the first couple games, he was shooting horrible from the three-pointers. He was just shooting horrible, and a lot of people was bashing him with that. And that's when all the talk started coming around saying, oh, Lonzo Ball might have to go to the G League and stuff. But at the end of the day, Lonzo Ball's name will forever be on the youngest to have a triple-double because he's in the books. He's in the history books. So that's something that nobody can take away from Lonzo Ball. But the thing is, man, I really like Lonzo Ball just because, he really has real good IQ. He really helps his teammates get better. And, he's a real good team leader, and becoming Rookie of the Year, they're going to look at all that things. Like, they're going to look at everything. They're not going to just look at you scoring. They're going to look at everything you do overall. So I feel like Lonzo Ball have an advantage overall over Kyle Kuzma. But look, you guys, I'm not going to sit here and say Lonzo Ball has a full advantage over Kyle Kuzma because we all know Kyle Kuzma is nice. We all know Kyle Kuzma got that game. This man is 6'9". He can shoot for the perimeter. He can dribble the ball. He can drive in. He can pass. He can rebound. I'm not going to sit here and just say Lonzo Ball got a full advantage over Kyle Kuzma, but I feel like he got more of an advantage over Kyle Kuzma with his overall game. But the thing that Kyle Kuzma stand out over Lonzo Ball is that Kyle Kuzma can score. That man is a natural scorer. They was already comparing him to Paul George his first couple of games. This man is a natural scorer. Just looking at his stats, this man is a scorer. This man can really score the ball. Has real good IQ, he has good defense also, and he just all over the floor. He's all over the floor. He's at the perimeter. He's posting up, he's driving in. This man is doing everything that you possibly want from a player. So it's kind of hard to debate right now who has a bigger advantage, but in my opinion, Lonzo Ball is a better leader than Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma is just the person that you give the ball to get an easy bucket. The person to give the ball to, just to get an easy score. You know what I mean? But Lonzo is the person that sets up everybody. And I know you guys remember when Lonzo Ball, they was playing against the 76ers, and Lonzo Ball had that wide open shot, but he took a pump fake. He drove in, kicked it out to Brandon Ingram, wide open three. Because he's a leader. That's what leaders do. Leaders don't always just take the shot. If that was Kyle Kuzma, I feel like Kyle Kuzma would have took that shot. You know what I mean? But instead, Lonzo Ball drove in and kicked it out for a better open shot because he's a leader. That's what leaders do. They take risk and help out their teammates. The thing, you guys, is I really think people be forgetting that Kyle Kuzma has more experience than Lonzo Ball. Kyle Kuzma been in college for 3 years? And Lonzo Ball, I don't know, Kyle Kuzma graduated. He probably graduated. I'm not sure, but I know he been in college for a while. Lonzo Ball only had 1 year of college. Kyle Kuzma is 22 years old. Lonzo Ball just turned 20. You know what I mean? So Kyle Kuzma has way more experience than him. And on top of that, Lonzo Ball has been playing under pressure since he got in college, man. Because Lonzo Ball always had pressure on him. always. Kyle Kuzma, he had pressure on him in college, but ain't nobody really knew who Kyle Kuzma was in college. Just because first he went to University of Utah. They do have a good team, but they're not one of those big schools, that everybody pay attention to. Even though they're D1, they're not a big school. Lonzo Ball went to UCLA. A lot of former NBA players went to UCLA, so they always on the radar. You know what I mean? And on top of that, LeVar Ball is Lonzo Ball's dad. So LeVar, all that, Lonzo Ball always had hype on him. You know what I mean? So he always had to play under pressure. Kyle Kuzma, he had to play under pressure, but really, what really got him to start playing under pressure a lot is when, people started to figure out he can play. That's when people start to focus on Kyle Kuzma. And that was during the summer league, because that's when he started to show people he can play. And that's when everybody started to focus on Kyle Kuzma. It was like, oh, okay, this guy can play also. You know what I mean? So I feel like looking at that, Lonzo Ball still has a bigger advantage over Kyle Kuzma, just because Kyle Kuzma has more experience, but Lonzo Ball is still keeping up with him, if you know what I mean. He's still keeping up with him with the stats and everything. But at the end of the day, you guys, this is just my opinion on Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma. The only reason I want to do a video on this is just because they both contenders to win Rookie of the Year, and they on the same team. You don't really see that, you don't really see that in the league or anything like that. So I just want to do a comparison, but I'm not saying one of them are going to win. There's other contenders like, Ben Simmons, Donovan Mitchell. There's other contenders, you know what I mean? But Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball, they're on the same team. So I felt like I had to do a video just to talk about it, because they both are hooping. They both are hooping, and they're both, it's going to be real hard. It's only half of the season. It's only half of the season. We're still in December. January didn't even hit yet. All-Star break didn't even hit yet. So there's plenty more games to go. You know what I mean? It's plenty more games to go. But this is just how I feel right now and how they're playing right now. So I just want to do a little comparison, because I know this is still a lot of talk around social media about Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma and who has a bigger advantage to win Rookie of the Year. But like I said, right now, in my opinion, I feel like Lonzo Ball still has a bigger advantage. Not just because he got a lot of hype. Everybody want to say, oh, you just think Lonzo Ball will win just because he got all the hype around him. No, man. Lonzo Ball is really a good player. He's really a leader. You know what I mean? He's so close to have triple doubles every game. This man is really a good player. He's really a good point guard, man. But Kyle Kuzma, he's a good, I don't know if he played the 3 or the 2, but he's a good, I'm going to call him a small forward just because he's 6'9", but he's a good small forward just because he can score, man. He just had like a 38-point game. You know what I mean? Kyle Kuzma can score. They both have really good basketball IQ. That's why it's very hard, and both of their stats are kind of similar together. It's just Kyle Kuzma is doing way better than Lonzo in scoring wise, but everything else, it's the same. But Lonzo Ball is stepping up his scoring for the past, couple of games. So it's very hard, but I just want to give you guys my opinion on this. And just know another video will be coming soon. I feel like I'm gonna do a video on Ben Simmons, because I know Ben Simmons is a high contender too. But I thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you press that notification button. TK Gang, we out.